You've done a good job of building a retirement portfolio. You saved in your 401k and your IRA, and you have Social Security for you and your spouse, and you have a small pension, but you'd like to generate some additional income and not spend down your retirement funds, those IRA funds. So what I'm going to suggest you do is you create an S&P 500 portfolio. The S&P 500 has given us an average rate of return of 14.7% over the last decade. And it also can give you some income. Let me show you how I'm going to do this on an Excel spreadsheet that I built just for you.
Best of Us Investors presents Carrie Griegmeyer.
I've been doing this YouTube gig now for about 3 years, and I've realized I'm in a unique position. I've built a retirement portfolio. I've got my Social Security, but I also have an income from my YouTube channel, and not a lot of people have that privilege. So I invest on the long term. I take a lot of risk, and I look to the future rather than worry about the current situation. And I realized, again, that's unique. So I've decided I need to broaden my horizons and help people, because I'm a retired financial planner, build a portfolio that can give them income. So what I've assumed is that an individual has $500,000 in his IRAs and his 401ks and retirement funds, and he wants to turn that into an income source, but he also wants the potential growth that the S&P 500 has given us in the past. So I've put together a portfolio of 36 stocks that are in the S&P that pay dividends, and then put it on an Excel spreadsheet so that you can manipulate it in such a form to get whatever income you want within reason. To give you an example, within the S&P 500, you have Apple. It pays you about 0.5% dividend. On the other hand, you have Hanes. That's the underwear company. They'll pay you about 8%. And then there's other companies that'll get 6, 3. So it all depends on the number of shares that you hold in them as to what the amount of annual income is. And so you can, if you have it on an Excel spreadsheet like I have built, you can literally manipulate the number of shares to produce the level of income within reason that you want. I want to show you how I did this, and then I'm going to teach you how to do this on our website. But let's look at it for real right now. This is my spreadsheet. As you can see here, I've got a total of 36 stocks, starting there with Pepsi, Johnson & Johnson, Citigroup, McDonald's, Lowe's, Valero, all the way down to Cigna Group. And what I've done is shown you what their dividend yield is. Then I've shown you their current stock price, and this stock price actually is updated every 15 minutes. What I done is said that I had a total of $500,000, and I invested an equal amount of that in each of these 36 stocks. I then determined how many shares that would buy me, and then using the dividend against the investment, this is the income it would generate. This is the purchase price, this is the actual moving price, and this is the current value, this is the investment value. So you can see in this stock, since I bought it, I'm down a little bit, okay? But what I can do then is, as a result of this, right now, this portfolio will give me $17,822 worth of income, or 3.56% on my $500,000 per year. Now, as I said, the price of the stock will vary, and right now, we're down $600. That doesn't worry me if the 17,800 meets my income needs. Now, what I was saying is, if I want to increase that number from $17,822 to $20,000, all I have to do is change the number of shares that I own of the Pacific stocks. Let me give you an example. Apple pays a 0.65% dividend. But if I go down here to Haynes, they pay a 9.1% dividend. So if I would take away the 94 shares and the roughly $14,000 that I have in Apple and move it into Haynes, that's going to positively affect or increase the amount of my income. It'll change the risk quotient on the portfolio, but I can factor that in as well. As you can see, the amount of dividend varies greatly. Again, we have Apple at 0.65, we have McDonald's at 2.24, and we have Devon Energy at 7.6. Nike at 1.82. So by changing the number of shares that I have in any of these stocks, it will directly reflect on my annual income. So I can not only manage my portfolio for growth, because I know while we're sitting here, you can see we just went back up over the $500,000 as these stock prices are moving as we look at it. So what this does is it puts me in a position to manage my portfolio. Now, the next thing I need to do is basically, and what I will do as I build on this, is I'm going to look at PepsiCo and say, what has its annual return been over the last 10 years? And so get a risk factor in there as well so that I can be a direct manager of my investment portfolio and not get hung up on a day-to-day movement basis. Yeah, it does give me a change. Here you can see we've moved again as to what this portfolio is available. What I want to do is I say, I'm going to build this, and then I'm going to make it available on our website, and then I'm going to do a tutorial, and I'll teach you how to do this exact same thing. Here's what I want to do. I've realized that I've got a lot of knowledge as a retired financial advisor, and I want to create a platform where you can come and get that knowledge as you need it. This will be one of them. So what I'm doing is building a number of platforms or a number of portfolios. I have my portfolio. It is a pure growth portfolio, and that's all it does. And it tracks the performance of the stock market on an hourly basis, actually every 15 minutes. Now I'm doing that as I showed you, for an income portfolio. I'm going to put these all on a website so that you can have access to it, and I'm going to then put tutorials on that website to teach you how to build the spreadsheets that I have. I'm also going to do this for young people. I recognize that the only reason most people don't end up with a good retirement is they don't start early enough. They don't understand our tax codes. They don't know the difference between a Roth IRA and a conventional IRA. They don't know what a 401k is as opposed to a solo 401k. They don't know what the benefits of owning a limited partnership so that you can contribute more to your 401k or your solo 401k and create other pockets of assets that you can access in retirement. There's really no reason, if you've got a decent salary and you understand how to budget and control your spending, that everybody shouldn't retire as a multimillionaire. There is no reason, because the fact is we have a privilege here in that we can invest in people who are smarter than us. I can invest in Jeff Bezos's Amazon. I can invest in Mark Zuckerberg's Facebook. I do believe Facebook will come back. I can invest in the companies owned and managed by people who are smarter than I am, and thus grow my assets as their assets grow. Take advantage of the stock market that we have. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Trent and I are working on it. We'll have it, we hope, up and ready for you the 1st of January. What I would ask you to do, if you're interested in this, is become affiliated with us now, and that is to go to our Discord, learn more about us and what we're trying to do, and we'll come to our stock talks every Friday, and learn how we're trying to build a platform that is going to give you access to top grade investment planning, as well as give you access to the knowledge that you need to take care of other elements of your investment portfolio. What I'm saying is investing is proactive, it's offensive. But you also have to consider the defensive, and that is, what if someone dies? What if someone gets sick? And how does insurance fit into it? How does a will fit into your life? How does nursing home care fit into your life? In other words, manage not just your investments, but your whole financial structure. And that's what we're going to try to build in 2023. This is just the first step of it. I would encourage you again to become a part of our community.